And live from Long Beach, I'm your host, Christina Silva, and clean writing style starts with being boots on the ground in the community, making change. Well, we have an awesome change maker that knows what it means to get down to business from the heart. And joining us live from her third annual convention is CEO and founder Lisa May. She's a Wonder Woman of sorts. She's going to tell us what just
Hi,
happened.
it's Lisa May with Wonder Woman Tech. We're so excited because we just wrapped our third day of an amazing conference. Speakers from all over the world. We just finished with Reverend Jesse Jackson to close out this amazing celebration where we highlight, celebrate, and educate women and diversity in STEAM industries. My counterparts here can share more information on what we're doing. Amazing Melissa Guy, she runs our Junior Innovation Camp. She's my right-hand person.
Hi, it's been incredible to partner with Lisa May on her vision. She's the creative visionary behind this thing, and when she said we need to do something in this space and we need to stand up for women in diversity in tech, STEM, innovation, and the arts, I said yes, and it's been a pleasure to work with her, partnering with her to bring the Junior Innovation Camp. Over this weekend, we've served nearly 100 students, exposing them to new science and technology and careers in those fields that are coming up. We've also had some amazing other programming that our dear counterpart Cedar can share with you as it relates to the deaf, disabled, and even the seniors. Got some amazing technology this weekend.
Hi, I am Cedar Jones and I am the Director of Special Programming. I am honored to be on the team with Wonder Woman Tech because they believe in diversity and inclusion. And a lot of times you think diversity is just skin color or background, but it's not. We have senior citizens, we have the youth, we have deaf, hard of hearing, disabled, and we're continuing to grow to reach out those other communities as well as we're growing and getting those underserved populations to.
Well, Lisa May, we look forward to next year because we hear that you're going to return to the Long Beach Convention Center to bring us more innovations and more inspiration with keynote speakers.
Absolutely, we'll be here next year, September 28th through 30th, 2018.
And yes, she happens to be here. Congratulations on your book. I walked up as your host, Christina Silva, educating our veterans, and we were signing some autographs with some wonderful women. And there's a consuming fire coming from my cell phone, and it's beaming toward you. How do you feel today?
Thank you. This has been an amazing day. Reverend Jackson lit the fire. He spoke to women in the workplace on what it takes for women to stand up, speak out, be heard, to file the lawsuits that need to be filed so that women are not silenced, so that every time that a lawsuit is filed against Company A, Company B through Z get the message and they decide that they're not going to continue this pattern of sexual harassment.
So I'm Christina Silva, United States Marine Corps veteran advocate, and I have an ear in legislature over the last 30 years, knowing that to speak out is to speak for those who cannot.
Right.
Whether they're deaf, blind, or they just are an introvert, they have to be heard. So I travel the country, and I always end up landing in the right place at the right time. I wouldn't really call it a magnet, but I would call it that consuming fire that will dispel any negativity. Because being an author after 2 years of editing, in the 1 year, it must have been like bleeding to put the words together from the experiences that inspired you to write it down. Pain equals power. Would you share with me the motivation?
Standing in your strength requires you to sit in your quiet space. And I sat for 6 months listening to God. God poured into me every morning at 6 a.m. I woke up and it just woke me up, and I would type and type and type until 12 o'clock, and I would pass out exhausted for 6 months. Why? Because the message was downloaded to me by God, and I said, God, if you help me, I will do what I can to make sure that no other woman goes through this experience in the darkness and the shame and the pain that I carried because I was sexually harassed and did not have a voice and did not know how to speak up. And God said, all right, I'll make you the messenger. Go, take this message forward that women don't have to. You can use your power and stand in your strength. And that was the message, and I'm carrying that. And so, yes, this fire consumes, and it's purposeful, it's passionate. I go only where God wants me to go, and I deliver the message God has for me to give.
And with every moment in time, educating our veterans is a community responsibility to follow the moral compass inside you. What burns is not shelved and it's not over, because if you can't hear, you can see better than those around you. Only you know your vision. You've sold another edition of your book. Who were you signing for today?
I was signing for these lovely ladies.
Thank you,
This young lady here.
Esquire Evers. I'm so on fire with your beaming smile. I have a space in my teeth. I know that is an African dental term of wealth and power from the origins of Africa, the land of black gold. And I was sharing that I was a United States Marine Corps veteran with our author. That has me, I'm absolutely in light. And the closer we get to light and peel away the pain and hurt, and we lament and write books from the tablets of our hearts, then we have the stage, even though we have 3 hours to drive from the
Yes.
Wonder Woman Tech Convention. I'm Christina, and you are?
I'm Brittany.
We are change makers, Brittany, aren't we?
We are, yes, we are.
How are you changing your community today?
I'm here to learn and to grow. I think in order to affect change, you need to be able to understand, right? I feel that this conference for me was growth, learning of things that I didn't know recently in my work life, and learning how to tackle those problems and face them head on and not be defeated by them.
And know where you fit in beside another woman that may look different, come from a different culture, and know that together when you unite, it ignites purpose,
Exactly.
passion, and change. Or professionally, to tame your talents.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm from Bakersfield, California, born and raised there. Went to school in LA at USC. I studied chemical engineering. I currently work for Halliburton in Bakersfield.
Congratulations. Bakersfield is rich with oil again, and oil anoints our purpose. Would you say yes in a spiritual realm?
I
Science,
complicated
technology,
question.
engineering, or math? How about the arts? Which one are you?
definitely STEM, more so on the STEM side. Yes.
Great. So a STEM has branches, and on your right, we have another guest that you're guilty of buying a book with and admiring the works of our Esquire in the house, our author.
Yes.
Who would you like to talk about next?
Let's go with Miss Karen.
Karen. Now you know where 2 or 3 or more are gathered in that consuming fire. That if we pass through it and we stand as brass, as beautiful as your skin, what do we do with STEM and STEAM in your arena?
In my arena, I am actually an educational consultant, and I work with people who want to move forward in their education.
Wow.
I am a professional career coach, and I'm starting a speakers network for young ladies like Reese, who
Yes.
has a story to tell,
Yes.
has something that is awesome that needs to be shared. I want to put people like Reese on her own stage, give her an opportunity to be the main voice to help young girls out there working as an IT systems administrator.
Thank you, Karen.
So-
you had a great time at the convention,
I
the Wonder Woman
surely
Tech 2017 convention in Long Beach. You had your friends with you, and you had the inspiration of what the contents of the book may do for your life. What do you think it will do when you read the book?
I think what it's going to do for me when I read the book, because I totally know about people having to win in the workplace. I know about situations, it don't always have to be sexual harassment, but there's all types of harassment in the workplace. I personally was involved in being bullied by my superiors in my workplace. So I believe this book will resonate with a lot of people, a lot of women who feel that they are standing alone, that they don't have a voice, and that they don't have an advocate. So I believe her book is just going to be able to catapult us to be able to know that we do have support, and that this does happen, and that
Wow.
we can do things to change that.
Even a majority populace that is of the deaf community can get so much from a conference of the like. Look at those faces. We dress the part. And if we're dressed in motorcycle gear, business casual beauty, a nice author's signing dress, and the elegant patience of someone from Bakersfield who is the USC graduate in the room, we must look forward to creating our own apparel, and starting with the color of purple royalty. Welcome our designer from
Cameroon, West Africa.
Now, Cameroon, West Africa is a place where I would like to travel someday, because I know that I've heard that anyone and everyone, no matter which culture they're from, when they go to Africa, they come back changed. Why do you believe that today?
Because Africa is a place that has a lot of nature and has a lot of humble people, and people probably come back changed because they see how rich Africa is, and they see how Africans love community, and how people share even with the little they have, and how family and relationships is more important than property and wealth, and so we have a very collective community, not so much of an individualistic community. So that changes people, and they come back more humble and more willing to be engaged in their community and reach a hand out and help other people.
Well,
I believe.
I want to thank you for that. And Esquire Everson, with her book Winning in the Workplace, is a prime example of how to dress in the workplace, along with Karen and our awesome Brittany. We find that when you crown yourself with purple royalty on your head, which is where your mind is, in your soul, it automatically transcends into you feeling a certain way about the courage it takes to become the person that you are. And then to your earrings, I see a series of very summery colors. But overall, you are striking, elegant. Wonder Woman Tech, what did it do for you to inspire you about your brand?
It really inspired me, first of all, to have the courage to pursue my brand. I'm about to start my own business as a diversity and inclusion consultant, and it inspired me to get that moving, and it also showed me some pointers, like where to get the right support, the right kinds of resources that I would need to get my business going. But most of all, it was the inspiration and courage it's given me through all the different speakers.
That sounds
and the
like...
friends I've made in the network.
Yes, ma'am.
connections.
That sounds like the A in STEM means STEAM is now combusting in the room at the Long Beach Convention Center. And I watched an awesome video of you with our youth. And even in the womb, we transcend by frequencies, music, and dance. And that's why the colors flow beautifully about your curves. And then the color in your cheeks and everything, that is diversity and inclusion. And we are in sunny Long Beach, where the One World Trade Center is right across the street. So I just want to thank you for a short interview, because when I talk to you the next time, it'll be a full-length interview with not only our author of Winning in the Workplace. The workplace is now the field, and that is where we connect in the elements with the consuming fire, earth, wind, and on my wheels of a motorcycle. We'll be right back right after this.
Thank you.